Good afternoon, Cody. How are you this afternoon?
All righty, Randy, how are you?
Well, good, good. And so that doesn't look like your truck.
No, I'm out in the field today on a bulldozer, so not too bad though. In air conditions.
Yeah, I see the air conditioning vent behind. I remember the old bulldozers where you're always out in the open, had to suffer the atmosphere, but now you get air conditioning, right?
Oh yeah, we got it easy nowadays. Mainly for the dust. Yeah, that's what gets you so bad on these versus the hot air actually. So
So, well, I appreciate you joining me today. For people that are listening to this interview, just want to tell them that you have a very diverse business. Let me see now. You're a land developer. You're an ex-banker. You have multiple different type of businesses. You actually have a restaurant that you refurbished from a gas station. You have an apartment complex that you both of those are historical sites. You have what have I missed?
I mean, we just I guess some RV parks is a main business. Some industrial space.
So
So
warehouses slash apartments that people rent out from you and so forth. So and you started off when I met you as the president of the local bank, First National Bank in uh, uh, Elgin,
yes,
and then you went from there to what you're currently doing. How did Vistage help you kind of give you focus in what you were going to do?
well, so when I started Vistage, I was in banking. And kind of how I found Vistage was through a few of my customers. Also, my brother-in-law had been in it for about 10 years. And so before I even joined Vistage, I saw the development of my customers and my brother-in-law and his business and how, they really started making strides. And so that's what got me intrigued in Vistage initially. And so got in there primarily to help, with the aspirations to be the next CEO of my bank. And so uh, joined Vistage, got in my group, and through time, you know, uh, was inspired by all the entrepreneurs in the group, and they really pushed you on new ideas. And then just hearing, what they had going in their lives, uh, did two things for me. One, it was like, well, everybody's got issues and everybody has to, work through those. But two, it motivated me and kind of gave me a goalpost of like, okay, if they can do it, if these people can do it, then certainly I should be able to. And everyone helps hold you accountable so you do reach those goals. And so I think if anything, Vistage, it inspires you because you see what other people are doing, and then two, the accountability of, hey, you said you were going to do this. And a lot of times when you get higher up, in an institution, or you're the owner of your own business, no one holds you accountable. So I think those are two of the major reasons why Vistage has helped me be successful.
So would you say it changed your overall mindset?
Yes, and so went in there to be the CEO and all of that. It did, through time, I did kind of transition into my side business, which was a development business that I had started around the same time I started the bank. But it changed my mindset to, you know, not not be scared of risk. To bet on yourself, and then but to always think of the downside risk, in every question or in every situation, and which is so great about the group, and the fact that they you know they're there to challenge you. These people are other CEOs or high up in their company, and so you have some people from different walks of life and perspectives that challenge you, and so it certainly changes your thought process. It makes you think about things you never would have.
I remember when you were contemplating the purchase of that 1,000 acres. Would you kind of walk us through what happened?
So in that situation there, I was approached by one of my old friends who had an opportunity to buy a large tract of land. And initially, when it first came up, we didn't think we had anywhere close to the ability to make it happen. I brought it to the group. The group helped me process it, um, and just really walked me through of taking it step by step, and to and so we took small approaches, and which ended up allowing me to the ability to find another partner with some equity, um, and we were able to purchase that, sell it, and pay the whole prop, or not sell it all, but we were able to pay off the property in 6 months through the process that the group helped me, which was just, first off, don't walk away from the opportunity because it's big. That was number one. I think that's the problem with most people is, you know, they have these opportunities come up in life and they just walk away from them. And the group allowed me to go, okay, don't do that yet. Let's see if we can process this and get through it. And then after you kind of believed in it, figuring out all the small stuff was a lot easier.
Well, I remember the group really gave you an opportunity to kind of believe in yourself and trust in your own capability. You kind of doubted yourself to that point.
Yeah, and that was really the catalyst for me making the decision after that, and the success of that. To be able to go out on my own and be, my own boss and 100% instead of having the side hustle and the bank. Uh, you know, really was giving me the confidence to just to take on life. And so, yeah, it was a life changer.
Yeah, so it really changed your direction from the opportunity. I mean, the bank did pressure and actually pressured you to be the CEO, and you turned them down to kind of follow your passion and your love.
Yes, sir. So, fortunately, I was able to merge that into leaving the bank, and they did put me on as a board member, and so I still get to be impactful in that, and still maintain those relationships, but really go after my passion and my calling. I feel like.
Yeah, also, it really changed the kind of the direction of you and your family. If I remember right, when I met you, I don't think you ever took a vacation. And now you just got back from Hawaii. You're spending a lot more time with your three boys, more involved in their sports. How'd that impact you?
Yeah. So one thing that when I think when you're a executive in a company, you find yourself just grinding and going all the time, and you can't walk away because there's always going to be a disaster that if you leave. And so, Vistage helped me, see other people being able to maintain it, do it, and going, okay, they run companies that are a lot bigger than mine, or have way more complex issues, yet they're still finding the time to do it. And then on the downside, I mean, unfortunately, you see some people who never do it through Vistage, and you may be processing an issue of, hey, it's a little bit too late. Now I'm going through a divorce. You see those effects. And so it's not always positive of what you see in those groups, but you certainly go, it does give you perspective. And so what we've been trying to do the last 3 or 4 years is there's a book, think, oh, I went blank. Give me 1 second, but Die with Zero. That was pretty impactful, that one of the members recommended to me, in essence saying your kids are at a certain age in life that you'll never get back. You always get back the opportunity to make another dollar. And so thought that was a really important deal. And so after that, we've spent pretty much every summer for the last 3 or 4 years where we're doing 3 to 4 vacations during summer, and just really spending time, coach all of them in sports. And so at the end of the day, they'll be gone one day. I can go try to make a little extra dollar, but I won't ever get that time with them when they still actually like that.
And I think that from what I've heard, they really enjoy that time with
Yes.
dad.
Yep. Going to coach in football today. So enjoy that.
But so if you were talking to someone who was considering a group, whether it be Vistage or some other peer group, what would you recommend to them?
I think, uh, make sure you find a group. I mean, that fits you. They're different because not only they're already successful and then they're wanting more. And so I find that, those people tend to always be rooting for everyone and be helpful. So uh, and then, if you do join Vistage, know that there's going to be a little bit of uncomfortableness in people holding you accountable, and embrace that, and give it some time to sink in, because then you'll realize that you are changing. And every meeting, one thing that I've gotten out of Vistage that one of my old customers has told me, and is what sold me on it. He's like, Cody, all you have to do is get one thing out of a meeting. And he says, and if you do that over time, that every one of those one things are several $1,000s in return to you. And so it will certainly pay for itself if you just give it a little time.
Yeah, I've been told that you have an exceptional chair. What would you say about your chair?
Yes, Randy is a good guy that you know truly does care, and that's the difference. You can you can get somebody that can hold you accountable, but but to get somebody that calls and remembers, hey, about your children, about your wife, and it's not always about the business. It's a lot of times, your personal life matters more, and so Randy's always been part of that. I can truly tell you that I consider him a friend, and you can call him anytime, and he'll get right back to you or answer. So,
Well, Cody, I really appreciate it. I know you're getting anxious to get back to your bulldozer, your first love,
yep.
get back to work. Well,
Uh,
thank you for your time, and I appreciate it very much. You're a good friend.
well, thank you, Randy, and anytime.
Take care. Bye.